Mike Moore Media.
Our program is sponsored by TireMax Total Car Care. 5 locations around the Triad. I'm talking to Randy Brannick. He's at the Madison TireMax location. Hey, Randy, how you doing?
Good morning, Mike. How are you, sir? I'm doing well.
I am doing well also. Well, you're going to give us some car care tips, and it looks like the word for today is suspension, Randy, so let's jump right in.
All right, Mike. Well, everyone knows that on-time brake repairs are essential for safe driving. Most people would not risk the safety of themselves or their passengers by putting off a critical repair such as a brake. Yet automotive suspension repairs such as shocks and strut replacements are a repair that often goes and gets overlooked, even though it can affect your vehicle's ability to brake properly by not being maintenance.
Mm-hmm. I don't know a lot at all about shock absorbers and struts, so tell us a little bit more about it, Randy.
Yes, sir, Mike. Well, shock absorbers and struts, which are part of the vehicle's suspension and steering system, are a lesser-known vehicle component to many drivers. Unlike brakes, which you apply every time you drive, shocks and struts are support components that generally don't get noticed until they either wear out or start making some type of sound or something really goes wrong, like a mechanical failure in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then it's too late. So what does the term suspension refer to, actually? Let's get a clear definition.
Yes, sir. Well, the term suspension refers to all the components that connect the vehicle to the road, such as your tires, your car's axles and shocks. Although vehicles may vary in their suspension design, they all are designed to do 3 things: support the vehicle, absorb bumps and other shocks, and the ability for the vehicle to turn in its responsive steering.
And when something goes wrong with the suspension, then we've got problems.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When your suspension system goes bad, the results can be dangerous, as it can impact the steering and stopping performance of your vehicle. To regain the stability and control of your vehicle, you should definitely get to a TireMax and have your shocks and struts looked at, evaluated to be replaced. Having these replaced will also improve the stopping performance and the overall handling of your car.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's talk about alignment. How does that work?
Well, the alignment is, it represents the straight line that your car drives when it's in the rolling. So the suspension system is made up of several components that work together to turn the wheels and support the vehicle. Each vehicle's suspension contains control arms as well as the steering rack and components. Their mounting points are intended to fit into a certain area. Wheels must be properly aligned for all the tires to work together in order to rotate in the same speed and direction. Even the small variants of the alignment can affect the vehicle's suspension. Driving a vehicle with poor alignments can result in premature tire wear or damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we all know what that, like I said, I don't know a lot about this, but we know how the car feels, and maybe that's a good indication that some things are going wrong there. So what do you do when I bring my car in there to check something like this at TireMax?
Right. Well, here at TireMax Total Car Care, our trained technicians will check over the 3 different angles, which is caster, camber, and toe of the vehicle's alignment to ensure the wheels are aligned properly. The vehicle is connected to a machine that is able to measure the positions of each wheel and report it to the correct alignment of the vehicle, as well as what adjustments may be necessary so that vehicle can adhere to the specifications of the suspension outlined by the in particular vehicle manufacturer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the first one you said is that camber?
That is correct.
Camber. Okay.
And that is the vertical slope or angle of the wheels. If the wheels are positioned at an incorrect angle on the road, the camber is off.
Okay. What about caster?
Well, caster is balancing the angle. Caster balancing is relevant to the vehicle steering and weight. Too much or too little caster makes handling your vehicle more difficult and may result in drifting or wandering. The more you know, the more you have, the more stable your vehicle will drive. But too much caster, however, can make it much harder to steer, meaning it would push the tires. You basically could be fighting against yourself when driving.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. And then the last part of that, toe.
Okay. Toe is very. That's probably the most common. Is that we get with customers. They come in and think the toe out. The toe is when all four wheels must roll in the same direction at the same time. And toe ensures that the direction for which your vehicle wheels are rolling are all working together and not fighting against each other.
Okay, very important indeed. What causes bad alignment, Randy?
Well, misalignment happens for many reasons and can be caused by environmental conditions, driver error, wear and tear on the suspension components. Because of their delicate nature, the metal components of the suspension are susceptible to damage from the impact of possibly hitting a curb, a pothole during road construction. Even at low speeds, the impact can change the shape, which pushes the alignment out of place. Other components of the suspension system, such as the ball joints, the control arm bushings, may weaken over time and make them ineffective to keep the wheels aligned. Lastly, the vehicle manufacturers, such as modifications, such as a lift kit or a lowering kit, can affect the alignment of your vehicle. Manufacturers set parameters of the suspension based on the vehicle's height. If modified, the suspension must be adjusted to make sure that you account for the increase or the lowered height to make sure that the wheels stay in line when you do put the lift kit on or you do lower the vehicle to give it the more performance look or off-road look.
Wow, sounds like a lot involved. What are some signs of bad alignment?
Most common is going to be customers going to probably feel the car pulling to the right or left, the sensation of fighting the steering wheel when you're driving and turning. The car tracks down the road, which means like you feel like when you're driving to hold it straight, it's not really moving straight, or in some severe cases, you could have a steering wheel shake.
Okay. All right. Now, I've learned a lot here already. Why should we come in to TireMax Total Car Care and align our wheels with you? What can you do for us?
Well, tires that are not properly aligned can begin to wear out faster than usual, which can cause some potentially dangerous situations on the road. Poor tire tread hinders your vehicle's ability to stop, especially on wet or icy roads. It's getting into that time of year, Mike, where, winter's here. There's most likely going to be some bad winter weather. So checking the appearance of your tires often to make sure that they are wearing evenly, have been aired up with enough pressure, and do not look rough or torn. Bring it in and have one of our technicians perform an alignment on your vehicle. When it begins to show any signs of misalignment, your safety here at TireMax is our top priority.
Oh, I know that's true for sure. All righty. Well, there's so many variations, and you mentioned manufacturers and vehicles and all of that, so that's very important to make sure that we get that taken care of.
Correct. And each vehicle manufacturer sets their own specification for how the vehicle should be aligned. These measurements and movements are used to establish the ideal alignment for your vehicle. TireMax Total Car Care has state-of-the-art alignment equipment to ensure that your vehicle meets these recommendations specified. Our friendly and experienced technicians will check your vehicle's alignment and adjust if necessary. The alignments can be performed in as little as an hour, which means, you'll be in and out. So you can get back to what matters to you the most, which most of the time this time of year is shopping, Christmas shopping for the family. But I would advise, take the time to invest in the life of your tires by ensuring your vehicle is aligned the right way with us here at TireMax Total Car Care.
I want to go back to a couple of key words you just said: state-of-the-art alignment equipment. You're in the business there, and have seen lots and lots of changes over the years, for sure. But the alignment equipment and all of the state-of-the-art things that you have at TireMax, that's changed, but you've got the very latest.
Yes, sir. And like at all 5 of our locations, we have the ability to align and make sure that we're doing what the manufacturer recommends to keep the most, keep the tires on your car the longest, make sure you get the most life out of your tires. And also at the TireMax Total Car Care, any purchase of 4 tires through our locations will give you a free alignment check. So you won't have to worry about putting a new set of tires on and then possibly having it out of a line. Here at TireMax, every tire we install, when we install a set of 4, goes on the alignment rack. So we can make sure and ensure the customer that they are going to get the most out of their tires.
Mm-hmm. And you have a big selection, whatever we need when it comes to tires, too, at TireMax.
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. Completely off the subject here, but let me thank you for this good information, Randy. This time of the year, my tire pressure changes and it drops, when the temperature drops. How important is that I come in? Well, as it gets warmer, the road heats up a little bit on a warmer day, it goes back up. Do I need to, and I've been into TireMax there at your Madison location to have that checked from time to time. How important is that, or will it kind of balance out on its own?
Well, no, you should, Mike. When it does drop down in these colder temperatures, the tires do tend to lose pressure. Optimal time to check your tire pressures and make sure that the tire is inflated properly it is on a cold tire. So, you may have that cold morning where you get in your car and you're like, oh, no, I have a flat. The TPMS light's on. Mm-hmm. And then you drive it 4 or 5 miles, get a little heat in the tires, and you may notice the tire pressure, increases, and then the light goes off. I would recommend at this time of year to, everyone have their tire pressures checked. Try to do it on a cold tire that hasn't been driven on, or if it has been, it's been less than a mile. That way you ensure that it is the proper air in that tire. Mm-hmm. And throughout the colder weathers, you may have an influx where you show a tire that may look low and you may think it's going flat, but in actuality, it's just due to that cold weather. Mm-hmm. But at any time, any of our customers can come by, and we will be more than happy to give them a free air check and make sure that all the tires are aired up properly.
Okay. Free air check, too. Some places you don't get free air anymore, but I can get it at TireMax.
That is correct, Mike.
Yeah. Randy, always good information here, and I appreciate this program today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. And like I said, this holiday season, make sure to come by and any of our 5 locations to have us serve you and keep that car rolling while you're out doing your holiday shopping.
Critical all year long, but certainly now when we're making trips and things like that, too. Randy, all the best. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone there.
Thank you, sir. You do the same.
Okay. That's our TireMax car care tips for this month. Thanks to Randy Brannick. Randy is at the Madison location. Other locations, Stokesdale, Summerfield, and 2 High Point locations. You can get more information on their Facebook page at TireMax. Total Car Care.